Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are going to try Polish snacks for the first time.
So we went to the grocery stores, Biedronka and Aldi. I think those are some of the main grocery stores in Poland. And we bought so many snacks. After we filmed similar videos in other countries in the past, we decided to not buy 100 million things anymore, but we failed. Again, we bought the whole store, but we can't wait to try everything. And as always, we're going to start with a beer. That way we'll have some liquid to flush it all down. This is called Zywiec, and it's one of the oldest beer producers in Poland. The company has been around since 1856. So, na zdrowie. It's actually quite hoppy. It's still good. Tastes like a beer. And I think this one is 5.6% or something like that. So 5.5. Pretty good.
I'm going to try the beer called Tyskie. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one is 5.2%. And actually, this appears to be one of the other most popular beers in Poland. Every time we go to Poland, I always see it around. I think we've probably had it in the past before. Let's try it. Nothing like a nice, refreshing beer at 10 in the morning. Delicious.
So the first candy we're gonna try is this little milk toffee called Krówka by the brand Wawel. We're gonna try to pronounce all these things correctly, but I can't promise anything, by the way. I think these are very popular, and also this brand, you actually can get this in a bag, but we couldn't find the whole bag. But in the grocery stores, you can always buy candies kind of by the weight, and you put them in a bag and then they weigh them at the checkout. Krówka, I think, means cow. These look different than I thought. Because in Germany we have like these like milk toffee things too, but they don't look like this. So soft and kind of grainy. Like you can taste the sugar and feel it. It's delicious.
We actually had a Polish friend named Martina who I think brought us some of these before. I don't know if it was this brand, but there's all sorts of off-brands of these as well, it seems like. So let's try it. That's a pretty accurate description. Very granular, like you can feel the granulars of sugar. Very sweet, a little bit milky. And I feel like this would be really good in like ice cream form. Like, does that exist? Is there like a Krówka ice cream with like little swirls in it? I think that would be really delicious. Let us know in the comments if that exists. Typically for these kind of snack videos, we prepare in two ways. I often read Reddit posts of people suggesting Polish snacks, and we also watch other videos that people have made, and especially we go to the comments section of YouTube snack videos, Polish snack videos, to find out what snacks and what sweets people recommend. And Tiki Taki was one that people did recommend. I actually have no idea what it is, so this is gonna be a complete blind taste test. Let's see. I have no idea what that is. It's like milky, but it's kind of got this like peanut buttery or nut layer on top. And then the chocolate is really sweet, milky, but I don't know what it is. But this is really, really good. I like this.
This is 100% coconut. I actually looked it up, so maybe that's why I know it and can taste it, but it definitely tastes like coconut. It has these little coconut flakes in it. Yeah, maybe like a little layer of something brown, creamy, but yeah,
That's what I thought was peanut butter.
This is really yummy. And I've noticed many things here are coconut flavor. A lot of the candies that have a variety of flavors come in coconut, which is random for Poland, because coconut is such a like exotic flavor.
After eating this more, I totally taste the coconut, but what is the other flavor in there? I guess maybe I'm just crazy, I'm losing my mind, but
It's not peanut butter.
what is the other flavor in here? There's obviously coconut and something else, so let me know. Obviously now I just sound like an idiot, but it's fine.
We actually got another flavor, Kasztanki, and that word is similar to the German word chestnut. Is it supposed to be a chestnut? This looks like a chestnut. Like, look at it. Anyway. Totally different. It's like dark inside. It's kind of like sandy. I don't know if you're gonna like this. Did they like pick up chestnuts from the ground and just put them in here? It's yummy, but I think I like the other flavor better. Interesting, though I don't really taste chestnut. I just taste like chocolate mousse with sand.
Chestnut is also a very popular flavor in Hungary, where we used to live. It's not my favorite. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this or not.
That doesn't taste like that.
I thought I wasn't gonna like it. It's not bad at all. It is gritty, but it's not in a bad way. At least you can like crunch it. On your nose, one of my least favorite feelings, textures in the world is when you have like eggshell or sand in your mouth. And This is kind of like that, but it's not that bad. And I do really like the flavor. I don't know which one I prefer though. They're both pretty good actually. So we have another Wawel. So clearly this is a very popular brand because I feel like half the freaking sweets that we got were from this company. And this one's called Malaga, which the only Malaga I know is in Spain. So I'm not sure what this is. Again, no clue. So it's like super creamy inside, very sweet. And I think there's meant to be raisins inside actually, now that I remember. It's really good. It isn't what I expected, but yeah, this is nice. Look at that liquid. Ooh.
Yeah, it does taste like raisin, but it's like this sweet, fruity, like prune type of flavor. So like a raisin.
A creamy fruit nut bar.
So weird. I've never had anything like that. I like it. The chocolate of these is so rich. Like it's really good chocolate. So the next candy we're gonna try is called Jeżyki. I think this is usually a wafer, but we got it from the little candy section where you weigh them. Yeah, no idea what this is gonna be like. It's also grainy. It's like mush. It's kind of like peanut butter or that stuff they have in Turkey, like it's called havla or something like that. It's almost like the wafer was just like mushed up in a blender and put into this. It's pretty good. And Tyskie means sinful, I think, if Google Translate is correct. So I guess I'm a sinner.
It's a little bit grainy, very sweet. I don't know, a little bit nutty as well. I'm not really sure what goes into this, but I feel like the ground up wafer is a good description. But anybody who's had these little ones before, please let us know. What is the difference? Obviously the other one's a normal wafer, but how is this made? Is it different ingredients? Because they look totally different to a wafer. I'm now gonna try this sweet called Mieszanka Krakowska. And it seems like it's like some sort of jelly sweet, I think, which I'm not the biggest fan of. They came in a bunch of different flavors. The one that I'm going to try right now is pineapple, but I think we also got an orange one, a lemon one, and some other one that Anya's going to try. One of our least favorite sweets that we have tried in any of our snack videos was actually Turkish Delight in the UK, which is a jelly covered in chocolate. I'm just going to assume this is going to be a similar experience. For me, so far, definitely the worst thing that we've tried. I like jelly on its own. I like jelly candies. I love chocolate on its own. But to me, chocolate and jelly together do not mix. I don't like the combination. The jelly itself, the pineapple, is not bad. It's like pretty strong. I feel like if I was eating this on its own, it'd be decent, but just the combination of pineapple and chocolate and jelly is just not doing it for me. I'm sorry, Polish people, I'm sorry, but this one's not a win for me.
I have lemon flavor, and I assume because it says Krakowska, this is like from Krakow?
That's a pretty safe assumption.
I just don't like the consistency of the jelly. Reminds me of these like Christmas chocolates you get in Germany. And it reminds me of something your grandma would eat. No, not my thing. Another little candy we have is Krówka in chocolate. So they have plums and chocolate. This one is by the brand Magnetic. I don't know if this is a popular brand. I think the real main brand is a different one, but it's like this big plum.
Looks like a turd.
And chocolate. What kind of turds do you have? Oh, it hurts my teeth. It's so sweet. It's really juicy. Like it's liquidy inside, kind of.
Is that like a full plum inside?
It's like a prune covered in chocolate. And it's kind of like oozing and stuff. I mean, it's kind of good. It's also kind of cakey on the outside, but it's so rich. I feel like if you eat one of those, then you can't eat more.
I actually quite like prunes. I don't know that I've had many prunes covered in chocolate. This looks interesting, and it is oozing everywhere, all over my hands. This, again, seems like kind of a grandma thing, a prune covered in chocolate, but maybe it would be delicious. This is falling apart in my hands. I actually really like it, surprisingly. The prune is like sticky and sweet. Yeah, this is pretty good, but very messy. We've now finally finished with all those little candies, and we are moving on to some cookies and chocolate bars and some other things. These are called Jeżyki, which I think means hedgehog, and I think it's supposed to resemble the little shape of these cookies. They have all these little spikes on them. Oh, they're much smaller than I thought. In the package, they make it look like this big thing, but they're pretty small. So I think these have what? Hazelnuts on them, and also...
Blueberries, I think.
Is that blueberries? I don't know, some kind of fruit. Let's see. Oh. These are freaking amazing, actually. These are probably one of the better cookies that I've had before. They're really chewy. There's like a chewy, almost like caramel kind of layer. Then they have a crunch, and then they have this sweet, milky chocolate on top. These are absolutely delicious. This would definitely really go well with a coffee or tea. I say that with every cookie or biscuit, but these are really, really good.
It actually looks like the spikes are made of like these rice puff things.
Oh, maybe.
These are really good. I think the cookie is kind of like a digestive biscuit, kind of. And then you have that like caramel. The chocolate's really good. It's kind of like this light milk chocolate. So good. And it even says on the package, #1 Polski or something. I don't know. So I assume it's like the best cookie in Poland. Maybe. It's definitely really, really good.
Do you taste any fruit though? Because I sure didn't.
I can see it.
Oh yeah.
There's like a little bit of raisin or something, or like, I assume, dried blueberry. Although these look like raisins too. I don't know, just really good. I know these have loads of flavors. You can get coconut again, like I said, and I think hazelnut, things like that. Like, I would really like to try other ones. So the next thing we're gonna try is a wafer. It's called Princessa. We weren't originally gonna get this one, but I guess some people suggested it, and that's why we got coconut. Just like I said, coconut is super popular here, it seems. That's so good. This is like a Raffaello wafer. Like, I don't know if other flavors would be as good, but this is just delicious.
That's a good wafer. We're now moving on to our next wafer, which is debatably the most popular wafer or chocolate bar in all of Poland. I see this pretty much everywhere. This is Prince Polo. If I'm being honest, it looks like a pretty typical wafer. I don't really know what's meant to make it stand out, but... Oops. Now that's really good, really light and very chocolatey. But I don't know if it's the best wafer that we've had in Poland. We had one called Goralki, I think it's called, and that one was incredible. That was one of the best wafers I've ever had in my life, so let us know in the comments, what is your favorite wafer snack in Poland?
I think this one like sticks more to your mouth. I don't know. I think I like Princessa better. So next we have 2 chocolate bars. I think this one, Pawalek, is quite popular. It's been around since 1851, it says. And they come in all different flavors. We have toffee, but they also have like coconut again, and I think booze-filled ones and stuff. And then we have one by the Magnetic brand, which has peanut with caramel. I don't know if this is a knockoff of this one, or I don't know. We're just gonna try both of them. This comes in like little blocks. Ooh, this is like, the toffee is like very nice and gooey. This also tastes like booze. I don't know if I'm just like making that up. It's good. Doesn't really taste like toffee. It reminds me of these like pralines you get in the boxes with some like gooey booze. I guess it's a bit toffee, but it's still a bit boozy. This one also comes in little boxes. Ooh. Ooh, it smells like peanut. I think I'm gonna like this one better.
Obviously, it has peanut.
Even has peanuts in it. This is delicious. Little peanuts with peanut cream and chocolate. I feel like I've never had anything like this actually. I guess it's kind of like a Snickers without the caramel.
What, without the nougat?
Yeah, and the caramel.
Oh.
Like,
So nothing like a Snickers?
This is completely different. It's delicious.
I'm gonna try this Pawalek first. Let's see what it's like. Totally has a little bit of a booziness to it. Toffee flavor with a little hint of booze. It's decent. Not my favorite type of chocolate, but pretty good. What I'm looking forward to even more is this peanut. I love peanut flavored things. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I think I'm gonna love this. Let's see. Oh. It smells so peanutty. It tastes so peanutty. As you said, it's kind of like there's like a peanut butter cream and then little crunchy tiny pieces of peanuts as well. This one is by far the better of the two. This is really, really good. If you are from Poland and you haven't tried this one, you should, because it's amazing. Next, we're gonna try this snack called kamyki, which I think means pebbles or stones or rocks, something like that. Let's see. This is a big freaking bag, so I hope these are good. So they come in all these different little colors. They totally look like pebbles, which I guess the name really makes sense. They're just very sweet. They're a little bit salty because of the peanuts. This is a really good snack and we can easily finish this bag. Really, really good.
It tastes like childhood. They're a bit more like chewy than the ones I know, but in Germany, and I think in Canada as well, where Brandon's from, when I was little, you would go to the bubblegum machines and like go with a napkin and there would be these like red peanuts. And they tasted exactly like this. And I don't think you can get them in bags in Germany. Like, it was kind of like just like a bubblegum machine thing. Now we have a really old school candy, Draže Korzaše. We read that these never changed really the packaging since they came out, I don't know, a long time ago. It says coconut again. They have these little cute pirate pictures on them. These ones are the XXL ones, white, and these ones are dark. They're actually not different. I thought the XXL meant that the candy is bigger, but it's actually the same. It's just one is a big bag, the other one's a small bag.
Oh, shit.
I literally went to buy the small bag on purpose. Like, I went to try and find it because I wanted the original ones. I didn't.
What?
Anyway. It's weird. They're like really crunchy. I think they're like kind of on the outside like Smarties or M&Ms, but really thin.
What's the inside?
Oh, this one's really harder. Just like this coconut mousse or cream. I think I like the white ones better because again, it's kind of like Raffaello. Like little Raffaello balls, but the inside's kind of like, I don't know, just like this dry cream. Interesting. Weird. And why coconut? Poland. Why do you love coconut? I love coconut, but I've never seen a country have so many coconut flavored snacks.
These almost look like little chocolatey pieces of cereal or something. It definitely does have like almost like this little thin candy coated shell, and then the inside does taste like Raffaello or something. I mean, obviously there's coconut on the front, but I didn't really expect it to be so coconutty. Let's see. I mean, they're pretty similar, to be honest. They're not that different. They also had like a yellow one too, so I don't know what the difference is for that one, but these are pretty good, and I do like this retro pirate packaging as well. Now we're going to try ptasie mleczko, which means bird's milk. And there's these little chocolates with, I guess, marshmallow inside. They had a couple different flavors in the grocery store as well. It seemed like there was like some sort of vanilla version or caramel version. I'm not really sure what they were, can't read it. These are a very popular snack that I saw on pretty much everybody's list of things that you need to try if you're trying Polish snacks. So hopefully they live up to their reputation. These are also by the company Wawel, which a couple of the other snacks were also this company. Whoa, what? It's like these two sleeves it comes with. All right, I got myself one of these. They're very squishy. Interesting. I wouldn't say that it necessarily tastes like marshmallow. These are really bouncy, pretty sweet. Yeah, these are pretty good. I'm glad that we tried them.
Actually better than I thought. The marshmallow is like really dense. Interesting. I would really like to try other flavors. And I've said this before in a different video, but I'm a fridge chocolate person, so I think they would be really good if you put them in the fridge.
Yeah, I think these would be better cold or even frozen. Is that something people do? Let us know.
It's now time for a palate cleanser. So we have some drinks because we're done with the sweet stuff. We're gonna move on to more savory things. And this one is called, I think, Oranżada. But you can find these in every grocery store and it's clear. I wonder if it's like Sprite or something. It smells like sour, kind of. Like sour candy or like, I don't know. Let's see what it tastes like. It's good. It tastes not very sweet at all. It's not orange because you think from the Oranżada that it's orange flavored, but it's not. Really weird, really interesting. I like it.
That smell smells so familiar. It smells like some sort of candy from my childhood, but I can't put my finger on it. It's so bizarre. All right, let's try it. Tastes a little bit like a bubblegum soda. I don't know, I can't put my finger quite on what the flavor is meant to be. I'm sure people...
On there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. People in the comments, please let us know, what is this flavor meant to be? Very interesting. So when we were in the grocery store, we saw that there was two different types of this Oranżada. There was the clear one and there was also a red one, which I think maybe is the most traditional version. But since this is in a can, I don't know what's inside. I don't know if this is the white version or the red version because the labels look identical. As a foreigner, we can't read anything on it, but the labels look the exact same. So how do you tell the difference besides seeing the liquid. So this is gonna be a surprise. Is it clear? Is it red? I don't know. All right, moment of truth. Ah, yes. It is the red version. So again, I don't know what the difference is between these two. It smells very similar, if not the exact same as the other one. I feel like this one tastes a bit sweeter than the other one. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, maybe the flavor tastes a little bit like cream soda. This one seems more carbonated. Maybe that's just because it's in the can. They taste fairly similar, but I think this one's sweeter. Please, Polish people in the comments, let us know what is the difference between these two? What are the flavors? I'm very confused. And I think there's some other flavors of this as well. So let us know the differences.
It just tastes like berries. I don't think it tastes the same. It doesn't taste like cream soda.
Yes.
No, this is good. But again, it doesn't have that much of a flavor. I kind of like that. It feels like more of a lighter soda, like both of these.
I don't know about that.
Brandon actually said that you can actually buy this in powder form and make your own drink. And I don't know, like I said, this just reminds me of this like powder, the sour powder we would have as kids in Germany, and you would make drinks out of it. It's called Brausepulver in German. That's what it tastes like, especially the other one. We have another drink, I think it's a juice or something, called Frugo. And this one is, I think, apple and cherry flavor. And they had other ones like kiwi and dragon fruit, things like that. It smells like cherry, like so strong. I feel like I know what this is gonna taste like, but let's see. It's delicious. It tastes like Capri Sun cherry with maybe a little bit of apple, I don't know, but that's what it tastes like. It tastes like Capri Sun.
Definitely tastes very cherry. Something that you would get in a little juice pack that you would take to school for your lunch. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know, maybe it's just me, the alcoholic in me, but I always think, how would these things mix with drinks? How would these mix with vodka? Does anybody mix this Oranżada or this Frugo with vodka? Or am I just crazy? I think it would go well together, to be honest. We have finally moved on to the savory section of this video, the savory snacks, chips. We're very excited. We're starting off with Prazynki, which are these weird little, I think, potato puffs. I read online that instead of being made with corn flour or cornstarch, they're made with potato. They look pretty plain. They honestly look like shrimp crackers or something that you get at an Asian restaurant, but the flavor, I think, is just salt. Yeah, they smell very potato-y. I'd be pretty shocked if these were not potato. I think you can also get a bacon one, which I think they look like little pieces of bacon with the little fat lines swiveled on them and stuff. Let's see. What?
Did you make a noise in your mouth?
I don't know, maybe. I feel like they're...
Top rocks?
Let me try this again. Ani's right. I honestly almost feel like they dissolve in like bubble in your mouth. I almost feel like it's exploding in my mouth. Am I crazy? They don't have a strong flavor. They're kind of almost styrofoamy. They're not very salty, so they don't really taste like much. But I feel like these would be like a good drinking snack, something just to fill your belly. I swear to God, they're bubbling in my mouth or something right now. This is crazy. I like that. I like that little bubbly effect. That makes them very unique.
You can barely smell them, but yeah, they smell like potato.
I can hear it. I can hear the bubbles. Oh my God.
It's like fizzy or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's fizzing away. It's like a chemical reaction. I like these. They would be good with like hummus. And they do remind me like of the shrimp crackers a little bit, but just they don't have a shrimpy flavor. And they're harder. But yeah, they're yummy.
These have such a neutral flavor that I'm very curious. Do you dip these in something? Do you do something else with them? Because on their own, they're pretty plain, but I feel like they'd be the perfect vessel, as Ani said, for some sort of sauce or hummus or something else. But these are really cool, and I love that whole bubbling effect. So interesting.
So now we have a meat snack, and these are called kabanosy, which is basically like what, a thin salami kind of thing. And the brand is called Tyskie. There was something else that I wanted to find, which was meat chips. Somebody on Reddit recommended that. The post was quite old, so I don't know if they still exist. They looked really interesting. I don't know if it was actually beef jerky or like that type of thing, or if it was a chip, like a potato chip, but couldn't find it. If you're Polish and you've tried those, I would really like to know, are they good? Were they good? Do they still exist? Ooh, I can already smell it. And it's this really long...
It's just one thing?
It's one string, yeah. It's like so long.
Ridiculous.
That's so good. It's like really soft. So it does kind of remind me of like the Chinese kind of jerky almost, because it's a bit sweet too. This one I think is turkey and pork. They have different flavors. We didn't really know what to choose. We just used Google Translate and chose. This says exclusive. I don't know. Yum.
My intestines. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, this is like a chicken intestine. If my intestines were this small, I'm pretty sure there'd be something pretty seriously wrong with me. These smell really good. They had a bunch of different flavors in the grocery store as well. So 100% before we leave Poland, we're gonna try a different version of this because I'm sure if this one tastes as good as I think it will, the rest will. It's meaty, it's a little bit sweet, a little bit fatty, and it's just like a fun snack. Like I can just imagine just like holding this in your mouth and just like eating the whole thing and like sucking it up. Instead of like a fruit by the foot, it's like a meat by the foot.
You could just like sit on the couch together, watch Netflix, and you each have an end and eat it.
Lady in the Tramp style. Is that what you guys do in Poland? Let us know. We are now going to try some potato chips. It was actually really hard to find Polish savory snacks. I couldn't even find a brand that was necessarily Polish. This one is by Lorenz, which apparently is a German company, but this brand seems to be everywhere in Poland, so we decided to give these a try anyways. And we are trying these country potatoes. I can't even pronounce the Polish name because it's very difficult, and they appear to be butter flavor. I think that there's a few more varieties of these as well, but we could only find this one, unfortunately. They just smell like a typical potato chip with like salt, an original flavor. Let's see if they taste buttery or not. All right. Oh my God. As I said, it doesn't have a strong smell, but as soon as you put that potato chip in your mouth, 100% tastes like butter, like a nice buttered potato with salt. That is really good. It is a plain kind of flavor, but as far as like a original salty kind of chip goes, this is really freaking good. I would be curious to try some of the other flavors. The chip itself is really crispy, really crunchy. Yeah, these are a winner for sure.
Tiki Taki? That's probably not how you say it. Polish is very, very hard. That tastes delicious. I feel like I've never had chips like this before. It's literally like this like delicious salty butter. Why has nobody else come up with that idea? We have another type of chips from Lorenz. I think these Crunchips, they also exist in Germany. I don't think the other ones do, although they're also by Lorenz. So I don't know if there's specific Lorenz items that are just available in Poland. Either way, never had these before. It tastes like pizza, but more like pizza pocket in Canada, or like pizza bagels or something like that. It's yummy. But these chips are more like maybe Lay's, while the other ones are more like hard. So good.
These smell very pizza-y. They smell like a sweet pizza sauce for sure. So let's try one. They totally taste like some sort of pizza snack. Not really a proper pizza, but like frozen pizza bagels, pizza pops, pizza pockets, these kind of frozen pizza items that you get in North America. It has that kind of flavor. Sweet tomato sauce, maybe a little bit of oregano, slight cheesy flavor. I actually really like pizza flavored things, so I like these, but the other ones are in a league of their own. They're way, way, way better. So if you have to choose between the two, definitely go with those butter ones because those are so good. After finishing all those savory snacks, we are gonna wash them down with some Soplica flavored vodka. Is vodka a snack? I don't know. It is now. We got the lemon citrus flavor. We put it in the freezer just as you should, so the bottle is nice and cold. It's actually freezing my fingers off. So far in Poland, we've had a lot of different types of vodka, and every time we essentially just shoot it, so I hope that's the right way. So, na zdrowie. Cheers. Delicious. It almost tastes like frozen lemonade. That's really good, really sweet. And we're very curious, are these considered vodka? These flavored versions are always so much sweeter. Obviously this one's only 28%. So is this still vodka? I don't know, but it's freaking delicious.
So this brand has been around since 1891, and it's one of the older vodka brands in Poland. We went to a vodka bar in Krakow, and that's the one they had on the shelf, like in all types of different flavors. And that's why I find it so confusing, because to us in Germany and Canada, vodka is always the clear 40% or maybe 36%, like really strong, tastes like gasoline type of vodka. In Germany, when I looked this up, it said vodka liqueur. So it's all very confusing. But either way, here's Strovia. It's not just lemonade. It's still quite strong. It's really good because when I do have a shot of alcohol, I do like a little burn. This is delicious. So we're so stuffed now. We're full of sugar and full of salt and booze. Yeah, Polish snacks are amazing. We're so happy that we got to try all these things. I actually tried to find some things that we might not like because, you know, for a video like this, it's kind of good, but it was kind of impossible to try things that were not that great because everything's really great. I really love the savory snacks. I love these. I love the hedgehog cookies. I'm so excited to eat the rest of them.
We had an absolutely amazing time in Poland. We love Polish people, we love Polish food, and now we absolutely love Polish snacks. It's honestly one of our favorite countries in Europe, so we are so glad that we got to come back and see a few new cities. Before this video is over, we have this harnash. Delicious Polish beer. But that is it for this video, so if you did like it, please give it a like, write us a comment, and by far the most important thing is to hit that subscribe button. But that is it for now, Poland. Zdrowie. Cheers. We love you all. And we'll be back. See you all in the next one. Bye.